Good evening, Satsman Army. This is Jason Sellers, and I apologize for not getting this video out earlier this morning. Um, here where I live in northern Georgia, near Chattanooga, Tennessee, we actually had a power outage that lasted almost 24 hours. Actually, it was a little over 21 hours, which I thought was kind of funny. But still, a long power outage that kept me from doing this. That is in addition to my phone still not being fixed. So yeah, things have been awful lately. But yeah, let's go ahead and move forward with getting um Satsman started. Oh, here we go. There it is. Enter for free today. And let's look at the recent winners. All right, congratulations to the winners. So recent winners here. And let's go to the missions tab. Starting with Sats price discovery. Well, we have an international economy flight. Costs 700 USD. So is that 739 100 sats? Not 950,000 200 sats. 1,425,400 sats, or exactly 1,055,823. I thought this one was a little on the high side. This is definitely too low. This is still a little low, so I want to say this. Yeah, looks about right to me. Okay, going on to the fact of the day. CoinJoin is a privacy technique that merges multiple Bitcoin transactions into one. So what is a CoinJoin? Yeah, so an exchange, a mining pool, merging multiple transactions for privacy, or a wallet. So I'll say that. Before I say complete mission, I actually want to show you an example of a CoinJoin. So a CoinJoin is, oh yeah, let me get the tab up real quick. But it's a way of, here it is, combining your transactions with others so that its history basically gets mixed and merged with other people's um, history. So here's the most recent block. Let's see. Oh, good grief. Ugh. Let's see if there's any of these. See where it says RBF disabled version 1, somewhere around there. We're looking for one that says a consolidation. So we were consolidating things like UTXOs. Called UTXOs. Looking for one that says CoinJoin. Uh, oh, was that? Yeah, here we go. Wasn't sure if there was going to be one in this block. Ah, wow. This is a textbook example of a coin join. So here's all these different transactions, all these different UTXOs. UTXOs, think of UTXOs as it's a funny term, stands for unspent transaction outputs. It basically just means change from previous transactions. Kind of like if I bought something for $10, but I paid with the 20, I would get $10 back in change. That the $10 bill is a UTXO. So is the $20 bill from a previous payment. So in the dollar system, we have UTXOs like tens, 20s, 50s, 100s. We have fives and ones. We also have 50 cents. Oh, yes, we also have $2 bills. We have 50 cents and 25 cents and, dimes, nickels, pennies. I don't think I skipped any. Those are all the different sizes of UTXOs in the fiat system, in the dollar system, specifically. For Bitcoin, we can have UTXOs of literally any size. So this one is 0.000327768, or basically 32,768 sats Bitcoin. So yeah, so all these different UTXOs of different sizes, and we have no idea who it is that put these in. But if you watch carefully, or someone is watching carefully, watching the blockchain carefully, they can start to track these different UTXOs. But when someone does a coin join like this, there is nothing, and I repeat, nothing to suggest if this UTXO is tied to this one, or maybe this one, or this one, or maybe it's this one, or maybe it's three of these. You just don't know. So it merges them all together and then spits them out on the other end, all mixed up in different sizes. And so from then on, people who spend with these UTXOs, they can't be tracked. Yeah, so it's very much like you have a $20 bill, a $10 bill, $5 bill, and so I think 35, and another $5 bill. Let's say that for a nice $40 there. And yeah, you mix them all together and come out with two $20 bills, or maybe $41 bills on the other side. there's no connection between that. So it becomes impossible for someone to track you. Um, yeah. So anyway, that is the idea behind a coin join, and that's why it's called that, because the coins are joining and merging like that. Yeah, very cool. Oh, orange pill poll jumped on us. Okay, went up here. Will Bitcoin ever be used as a unit of account globally? Yes, in Sats, not in BTC. Yes, in whole BTC. There's 21 million, or just shy of 21 million full BTC. Most of them held by, you know, well, not like most of them held by ordinary people, sure, but not by most of the people around the world. There's 8 billion people around the world, and roughly 3% have any amount of them. So, I'm not gonna say that. In a hybrid standard alongside fiat, temporarily. I could see this happening, yeah, as a unit of account temporarily while the world is going through that transition. Pretty soon, like not pretty soon from now, but pretty soon after that point, people would be like, "Well, why? Like I'm comparing. I have gold and garbage. Why am I holding both of these? Why am I using both of these as a unit of account? Get rid of the garbage and just use the gold." Now, that's if it was physical gold. Now, if we could take gold and make it digital and pass it around the world instantaneously, and we know exactly how much there will ever be and stuff, that would be perfect. That'd be basically Bitcoin. Unfortunately, you can't do that with gold. So gold is great as money for a while, but it's it served its purpose, and now it's time for Bitcoin to take the scene, because we have a global world. Gold just doesn't work on a global stage. So anyway, sorry. Side note about gold. But yeah, so using Bitcoin alongside fiat, temporarily, while people are still figuring out exactly what fiat is and exactly what Bitcoin is. Okay, and unlikely in my lifetime. That is actually, I I didn't want to say this one, but in recent times here, I'm starting to see this as more and more and more likely. However, because I don't know, I'm going to just say unlikely. Still, I'm going to say this is my favorite option. Yes, in Sats, not BTC. Fun story with that. Many years ago, actually, let's see. Yes, most people said that. Yeah, it's still very unpopular to think this, but I'm starting to see it. This is something for my maybe great grandchildren. I'm sorry to say. I don't mean to be dumping FUD or anything else like that on any of you. No, no. This needs to be a low time preference, long term um, thing, long term gig, I guess. Um, goal here for Bitcoin. Um, not not something that is gonna be totally one, and everyone is using Bitcoin as a unit of account by 10 years from now in 2036. No, not even close. Not even kind of. But anyway, funny story though about yes, and Sats, not BTC. Before I ever heard the term Sats, I ever heard the term Satoshis as the smallest unit of Bitcoin. So this is like 2015 maybe, and I don't know, maybe people were already using Sats then, but I hadn't heard it. But I actually had a dream. Now, I'm not saying this is some dream, some mystical prophecy of the future. It's no, no, no. It's just a fun dream. Where in the dream, my wife was still. Oh, sorry. Also, at the time, my wife was not as interested in Bitcoin. She was extremely skeptical of Bitcoin at the time, trusting me with it, but yeah, really, really skeptical. I only discovered it a few months earlier, and so in the dream, we're in the middle of talking about Bitcoin. I'm explaining like, no, this is only going to be 21 million, and no one can stop it like stop you from using it and things like that. And she's just like, uh huh. Well, at the time in the dream, we're walking into a store. I forget what kind of store, just a small convenience store or something. And we continue to talk as we go in there, and then I do a double take, looking at all the price tags and everything. And there's a little thing on the price tag that says the dollar amount, but then much bigger on that, it had, 239 thousand sats for this one item, or it was actually much smaller numbers than that. It was actually more like just 239 sats. But everything was I just picked that number randomly out of there, but it was more like this thing 500 sats, 1,000 sats, with a little dollar value, approximate dollar value, written above it, and much smaller. And both in my dream, both mine and my wife's mouths just kind of fell open. Like, what? And I didn't say like, "See, I told you so" to my wife or anything, but I was just in so much awe and so pleased to see this in my dream. Like, this is so cool. Um, and yeah, my wife was like, "Wow, okay, I guess so." Um, and yeah, we got the things we needed, and then went to the counter to pay, and they're like, um, cash card or Bitcoin or something like that at the end of the dream, and I was like, oh, Bitcoin, please. And so then I pay with Bitcoin. Um, haven't seen that kind of thing happen yet here in the United States, but yeah, like I said, not like I'm not claiming it's some kind of mystical thing. It was just a fun dream because I was thinking about Bitcoin all the time at the time. Kind of like how I've been in the 11 years since then. Anyway, moving on. I have rambled on enough. So I got the 21 sats from this. Okay, very good. And a little bit of time before I go to bed tonight to do these before I run out of time. But yeah, so go ahead and bring this up. Thank you so much for watching. Um, watch for another video from me in a few hours from now, really. Well, tomorrow morning, I will make another video and post that one. Go ahead and join Satsman here through this QR code, and then you can start stacking sats and learning all about Bitcoin as well. And if you know other people who need to learn about Bitcoin, then you can sign up and do these very basic missions, and then encourage other people to sign up so they can get some free Bitcoin while learning about it. I mean, it really could not be easier, and could not be better, really. So, anyway, enough of me yapping. I will see you tomorrow.